What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Miss Skin83 coming to you with another video. Oh, well actually this is my very first video, so maybe I should have said my first video, so I'm sorry. But again, my name is Miss Skin83 and I'm coming to you with my very first video, you guys, and I'm super excited. I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video that today I will be discussing my approval process for VSG. You may see me look down, that's because I have some notes here because I do have a tendency to ramble and I don't want to make this video super long. I just want to hit some important points. It will probably be long a little teeny bit, just to kind of give you a disclaimer, only because my journey to this point has not been easy and I have been denied before. So I'm going to take you all through all of that, and I'm hoping that you all will take the ride with me as I go along this journey and stay and watch my transformation, my process, and be a great support system for me. So let's get started. So the first thing, again, my name is Miss Skin83. I am 36 years old. I am 5'6", and at my highest weight I was 251 pounds. Today is December 12th. I'm lying. Today is December 8th, 2019, and I'm probably about 240 pounds today. Again, if you clicked on this video, either you're trying to learn something about VSG or you just had it or going through the process just like I am. For you all that may not know what VSG is, it stands for vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and it is a weight loss procedure. I'm gonna take you all on my journey. So again, I hope that you all are ready and willing to rock with me and listen to all that I have to say. With the VSG process, the way I found out about it is one day I was on Facebook and it was a young lady, someone had shared her live video and she was talking about her process, how overweight she was, and her doctor kind of asked her about the surgery, and I had never heard of VSG. I heard of the lap band and I heard of the gastric bypass, but I had never heard of VSG. So I was very interested in watching her video and finding out, well, what is VSG? So first thing I did after I watched her live is I Googled it and read on it, and then I went to YouTube, and the first thing that popped up was an actual video of the procedure. So I watched it and I was like, ooh, like, you know, they pulled the whole stomach out. Well, not the whole stomach, but most of the stomach right out of somebody's belly, like, OMG. So, but I was like, okay, they said that it's not as invasive as the bypass, but the results are dramatic and the weight loss is pretty high as the gastric bypass. So I was really interested. So after Googling and then watching the surgical video, I started looking for people's journeys, and the girl on Facebook who live that I saw, I do not know her Facebook name, but her Instagram name is juice_yellow diamond, and she's a lovely young lady and she's very open about her procedure and her process. So go check her out. But after I did, you know, a little bit of reading and research on it and start looking at the YouTube videos, first person I came across was a young lady by the name of Naomi, who is from Texas, and she's been awesome. I have been in contact with her, and you know, she, you know, has been a great support system this far. And I also came across a young lady by the name of Chic and Savvy Belle, and I've never reached out to her before, but I watch Nay's videos, or did watch Nay's videos, and Chic and Savvy Belle video, like binge watched them back in 2018 when I first started the journey, and even now, especially now that I've gotten approved, I watch their videos, and also a young lady by the name of Blossom. Okay, so anyway, got on YouTube, found these young ladies, and literally watched their videos and tried to go through the process. Now, one thing I should say is I live in Houston now. I just moved to H-Town over the summer. I am from Virginia, and my process started last year in Virginia, and I called my insurance company. They told me they covered it. They told me that I had to do 6-month dietitian visit, and really kind of didn't give me much more information, to be honest. I just knew that I had to do 6 dietitian visits. Now, there was some people at my job that had it done, so they kind of recommended me where to go. On top of that, back in Virginia, I worked for an insurance company, and that insurance company is owned by a major hospital. So I knew kind of the channels to go through anyway. They had a weight loss program. I set up a consultation, met with the surgeon, and it was a group, like a group consultation or seminar, maybe I should say seminar. And he gave a lot of good information, and he said that to qualify, there were 2 ways to qualify. You had to have a BMI of 35 to 39 with the comorbidity, which is like diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, or you could be currently with a BMI of 40 and over, and you didn't have to have a comorbidity. And I was like, man, okay. So I Googled BMI just to see where I was, and at the time I was only like 225 pounds, and I'm 5'6". So 225 pounds at 5'6", I did not meet the criteria because I wasn't 40 BMI and over, and I did fall in the 35 to 39, but I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have diabetes, and as far as I knew, I didn't have sleep apnea. So I went to him and I was like, you know, I really want the surgery. I don't know what to do because I don't have any comorbidities and my BMI is not 40. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, one thing, let me tell you this. I may not always be right about the things that I say, but I'm gonna always keep it real. This is what the surgeon told me. He said, when you come in for your first visit, whatever you have to do so that you qualify, do it. So if you have to put extra coins in your pocket, weights in your shoes, eat a big breakfast, whatever you have to do so you qualify, do it. And I'm gonna be honest, the first time I went to apply and try to get VSG, when I went in, I took his suggestion and I made myself be about 250 pounds because that's where I needed to be to have a BMI of 40. Because as I said, I didn't think or wasn't aware of me having anything else that would qualify me. So I was like, I know I have to qualify by weight only because I don't have any of those other health problems. So I went in that morning for my first visit. I qualified. You had to pay a small fee. It was like $100 to join it if you qualified. So I did that. I had to have 6 dietitian visits. I had to do the whole 9. The dietitian visits, the psych eval, and then I said 5 dietitian, it was 6 dietitian visits. I have nutritional counseling. There was about 2 or 3 group meetings that I had to have with I don't know if they were nutritionalists as well. And of course I had to have the blood work done. I had to get a sleep study done because in my my medical history I said that I snored, so they made me do a sleep study, and that's how I found out I had sleep apnea. Of course I had to have the blood work done, so I didn't have like hypertension or high blood pressure. I didn't have diabetes, but I did find out that I had sleep apnea. So to make a really long story short, after the 6 months was over, they sent my whole file and all of my clearances that I had to do, which really I didn't have to do any but the sleep apnea, or the sleep study that let me know that I had sleep apnea, and then of course the psych eval and the nutritional counseling. They sent all that to my insurance company, and my insurance company did not. Aww. And the thing that hurt me probably more than anything else, and I do apologize if I'm not like making eye contact because I keep looking at the viewfinder to see how long this video is getting. The thing that hurt me probably more than anything else is my navigator through that program had already given me a date for surgery. My surgery date was supposed to be March 21st, 2019, and I had started this journey like July or August of 2018. So I was like super excited about to go and get my stuff for my pre-op, and literally the day before my pre-op diet was supposed to start, they called and told me that I was not getting approved. So I was on the phone with the insurance company, I was on the phone with the surgical weight loss program people, and I was like, look, do what you gotta do, I qualify. And anyway, to make a long story short, they told me that my insurance company required that I had the BMI of over 40 plus the comorbidity, not one or the other. And so I was like, well, I had the BMI over 40 because, you know, I did what I had to do so that I could, but they told me that my sleep apnea was not severe enough, that I had a mild version or a mild case of sleep apnea, and to qualify I had to have a severe obstruction of my airway or a severe case of sleep apnea, and I didn't. So I went on and I let that go. Like I stopped trying. They tried to appeal it. They still, my insurance company still denied it. So that was it. And I was hurt because on top of doing the things that I had to do to be the 250 when I went in, that wasn't going to be enough just by itself. So what I did do, and I didn't mention it, is I gained about 10 pounds. I gained 10 pounds. I don't know what happened to my little camera, but it showed it down on me. I'm sorry. So as I was saying, even with stuffing the shoes with coins or whatever the surgeon told me to do, I had gained 10 pounds on my own because I wanted to make sure that I was large enough to be accepted into the program. And so at this point, I had gained 10 pounds. So I went from being 225 pounds to now being about 236 pounds. And qualifying for the procedure or for the weight loss program, but then getting denied, and I never lost that weight. So now here I am, like almost 240 pounds just to gain, or just to be able to have the surgery, and then got denied. And that weight stuck. I wasn't able to ever get it off. So anyway, again, that was in March that I was denied. I moved to Houston at the end of June, and I started my job here in July. And once you have looked and did research on the surgery, you can kind of look at other people and tell if they've had it. It's just the way that their bodies are shaped. It's, you know, you'll see it, they just have, some people, not all, some people body look like they've had the surgery, especially if they haven't like kind of really toned up. You know, they might have like the extra saggy arms. Like, okay, well, they've lost a lot of weight. Could it have been weight loss surgery? So at this job that I'm at here in Houston, I also work for an insurance company, and I had kind of mentioned to someone that I was interested in having a procedure after we got, you know, kind of chummy a little bit. And they told me about quite a few people at the job that had had the surgery. And so I sought after one of those individuals and asked them about their surgery. And I felt kind of bad because I didn't really know her that well. I would speak to her in passing. And I started again my job the early part of July, and it was probably September when I built up enough courage to ask her who her surgeon was. And I apologize if I offended her, because that wasn't any information that she gave me that she had had the surgery. And I know a lot of people are very picky about who knows and, you know, kind of secretive, or, you know, private. I don't want to say secretive, but just kind of private about those things. So, but I don't want to say desperate, but I just really wanted to know who did her surgery. She looked great, and from what I have been told, she had been really, really heavy, and she was small. So I wanted to know who did her procedure. Anyway, she told me who it was, and I made an appointment, and on October 2nd, I had my consultation with him. I qualified. I'm gonna be honest again. I told you I never lost the weight from when I gained the extra pounds. So I wasn't gonna go and like stuff my pants and shoes with coins again and all that crazy stuff, but I did gain some more weight. Please don't call me crazy. Don't be here trying to judge. I really wanted the surgery, and to me it just, and I'm just being honest, I told you the things that I say may not be right, but I'm always gonna keep it real. I did gain more weight just so I could do it, because I was already pretty much halfway there, because I had gained so much weight the first time. So I went and I gained some more weight so that I could qualify again this time, and I got up to 251 pounds, which is why I say 251, but 251 is not my real weight. I would say that it's more like 240. Which is what I am now, because after I gained the extra weight to get to the 251 the second time around, I was able to lose that again, and partially due to keto, which I'm not even going to get into in this video. I said I qualified. They gave me a whole list of clearances that I had to do, which was a lot more clearances than I had to do in Virginia. But the process was a lot quicker, because I told you in Virginia I started in August. I didn't get a date for surgery until March, and it was a 6-month process because my insurance required it. I now, well, back home, and let me say this too, back home when I was in Virginia, I had Anthem Blue Cross. Nope, I didn't have Anthem. Yes, I did. I had Anthem Health Keepers Plus, which was a Medicaid plan. Here, I have, in Houston, I have Cigna, no Medicaid plan. This is like through my employer. And they must not have a length of time that you have to be in this program or be doing this, because literally I called and made my appointment at the very, very, very end of September. I had my first appointment with my surgeon on October 2nd. And by November, it was the day before Thanksgiving, whatever the day before Thanksgiving was, of 2019, all my clearances and everything was done, and they were sending my stuff off to my insurance company. So on October 2nd, they told me that I qualified. I was a good candidate. He gave me a list of clearances that I had to do, and the first thing that I did was my nutritional counseling or nutritional eval, and I did that through like a Skype type of thing. I didn't go and make an appointment and sit with her face to face. It was on my computer, and I did that on October 20th. Again, I have my notes here. On a week later, on October 28th, I had my psych eval, and that again was done on a computer through like a Skype type of application. After that, I was scheduled to do my endoscopy, which was done at Memorial Hermann, and that was my first hiccup. My doctor's office or my surgeon's office sent my orders over to Memorial Hermann. I had not met my deductible because, again, I'm new here, so I hadn't even been to the doctor, because I did all of that stuff for my like just regular health stuff. I made sure I was good to go before I left Virginia. Anyway, so I hadn't been to a doctor yet, even though I had insurance. So I hadn't met my deductible. So the day before I go in to have my endoscopy done, someone from Memorial Hermann calls and says, you haven't met your deductible, so when you come in tomorrow, you need to be ready to pay $2,000 such and such dollars. No ma'am, no. I don't pay up front. I don't have a copay. I have a deductible. So what happens is you see me and then you bill me, and then it goes to my deductible or whatever, and I get the bill and then I pay you. And she tells me no. So I call tell them to cancel my appointment because I don't have $200 to give you. So I told them to cancel it. I call my surgeon's office and I tell them, look, I'm trying to get this endoscopy. I need to have this surgery done by the end of the year because now I'm racking up medical bills to go towards my deductible, which was only $1,500. And if I don't have my surgery by the end of the year, then my deductible is going to start all over again in January, and I'll have to do this process all over again. And I did not want to do that. So I said, can y'all think of something else to do? Because this endoscopy is going to cost too much. So they told me that I could do upper GI, and I want to say that's the name of it, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. With the endoscopy, they were going to put me to sleep and put a camera down my throat and take pictures and videos and all of that. But what they ended up doing was I ended up going in having to drink this really gross, thick, oh my gosh, it was so nasty. I had to drink this really thick stuff, and they took pictures and video of it going down, I guess, to see how I was digesting it. And so I was able to do that, and I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. They just billed me as normal. And again, that was on the 29th of October. Also on the 29th, before I went in to do that, I went to LabCorp and got my lab work done. And on the 20th of this month, I had my cardiac clearance, which was the last thing that I had to get done. So after my cardiac clearance came back and my surgeon's office got it, they sent it off again the day before Thanksgiving. And a week later, just this past Wednesday, on the 4th of December, I got a call saying that I was approved. So, you see the bat wings? That's why. See, I'm gonna keep my arms down. I'm gonna keep them down. So that, like, I'm over the top excited. The crazy thing about me being approved though is when they called me on Wednesday and told me I was approved. Now, mind you, Wednesday, today's Saturday, well now Sunday because we're into past 12 o'clock. They called me on Wednesday, December 4th, and told me that I was approved and told me that I could come in to have surgery on Monday the 9th. How? Literally everybody's video that I've watched has had a 7, 10, or 14-day pre-op diet. And I'm thinking like, I mean, I'm happy that I'm approved and all, but how you got me coming in just a few days after my approval for surgery and I haven't had a pre-op diet? I mean, what, you about to cut my stomach. You gonna get hot fries coming out, chicken nuggets, French fries, juice, tea. How you gonna cut my stomach and you ain't had me on a liquid diet, on a fast or anything? So I was like, no, you're not about to cut me open and cut my stomach off and just that quick without giving me what I felt was a proper pre-op diet. So I said, well, I thank you for rushing it, because she knew I was trying to have it by the end of the year. But I said, that's a little too soon. So they rescheduled me for the day after Christmas. So my official surgery date for VSG is December 26th. And again, I'm super excited, you guys. And I think I'm gonna do my own pre-op diet. I do have to go and see my surgeon again for a pre-op appointment on the 20th. And I guess then that's when he's gonna tell me what I should be eating or how many days I need to go without eating, or try to put me on a pre-op diet then. But I'm really funny with those type of things, because I'm just like, I wanna make sure that I'm very cautious. And I know that I'm not the professional, I'm not the expert, but I'm gonna do my own pre-op diet probably about 10 days, starting 10 days before. So around the 15th, I'm gonna do my own pre-op diet, because I just don't wanna take any risks. I just don't know or see how you're gonna do something like that on somebody and not give them like an adequate amount of time to get their stomach empty. Anyway, like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. I am going to make another video to show you guys pictures of me and my weight gain journey, because again, I have not always been this size, and I made a collage a few months ago as a reality check to show how I got here, because sometimes you gain weight and you're like, man, how did I get to be this size? And so I just started going back looking at old pictures, and I was like, man, I really did gain weight. And so I am going to share that with you guys, just if you want. If you, again, like my video, and I'm sorry that I made it so long, but if you like my video, and again, if you're willing to go on this journey with me, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll keep the videos coming. If you've had the surgery or if you're in the process like me, please comment. I definitely need a support system. Like I said, I'm new to Houston, and I would just love to, you know who else is going through the same things, having the same concerns, same questions that I'm having. And just drop a comment down, like it or something, just so that I know that you hear me and that you're here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and oh my, I must be sucking on because this is cut off on me again. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here, you guys. Go ahead and comment down below, subscribe, like the video, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.